We'll watch this team. We'll watch that game, though, because this game is probably just... Yeah, this is like some kind of pug. Oh, Reaper. Oh, I feel bad for you. Oh, my God. And yes, they are all dressed as fairies. Here they go. I think they have different colors, too, but PvP doesn't show... oh, God, no. Oh, no. We're going to watch this because you don't want to see this. Okay, gamers. The monthly AT has begun. And look, I know I apologize to anyone who's going to watch this. This is what happens when ArenaNet is owned and operated by Elementalist mains. Grouch, ArenaNet leader, ELE main. CMC, skills team balance leader, ELE main. More specifically, Catalyst main. It's going to be a rough one. We could be seeing 3-4 Catalysts per team. I've heard things about 5 Catalysts per team. It's not going to be pretty, my friends. This is going to get brutal. It's going to get out of control. The ELE mains have taken over. Fire Wizards rejoice. Because this is your time to shine. That's right, gamers. We have fallen to the ELE mains. Look at these teams. Look at this. Look at these actual good players. Fly, Maya, Andreas, Gauntlet, and Kawablanca. Look at them trying to play classes that aren't ELE. This is actually embarrassing. This is embarrassing to watch. It really is. So actually, just for a bit of context as we go through the first round here, the Scepter rework for Elementalist has given birth to a monstrosity. Catalyst, specifically this build here. There's a few variants. For example, we see Dagger here. Typically, you'll see this with a focus, but Dagger is also playable as well. Actually, a slight variant here with Relentless Fire. A slight ability variant here instead of the Lightning Flash that I believe gets taken quite a lot of the time on this setup. But regardless, basically this build is absolutely broken. One of the most broken builds that we've seen for a very long time. So broken that you actually, in an optimal scenario, would play 3 to 5 of them on your team. Yes, apparently 5 Catalyst actually is one of the strongest compositions that you can play right now. And the reason is it's a classic Guild Wars 2 situation. It's really, really mobile, really, really good at 1v1ing, amazing in team fights. This build is amazing at every single role in the entire game. It's really hard to kill too. Sorry, forgot about that. Did I forget to mention that? Yeah, it's also incredibly difficult to kill because it has very good sustain, a very good block, great boon access, and of course mobility is great for kiting as well, right? It's an absolute beast. It's pretty much unstoppable. In ranked, by the way, check this out. In ranked, top players have been getting 98% win rate. Yeah, yeah, that's not a joke. 98% win rate by running 2 of these builds. So basically duo queue, and the games are essentially unlosable. Legitimately, no win trade, no funny business. 98% win rate by duo queuing with this. It is unstoppable. It is utterly unstoppable. And yeah, it can handle Condis pretty well, actually, because, of course, you run Cleansing Sigil on this setup, but you also have Evasive Arcana for some cleanse output there, and, of course, you also have Focus, which actually gives you a lot of defense against stuff like that as well. So, yeah, you're actually pretty good against Condis. The Dagger offhand build has Cleansing Wave, too. It's pretty wild. It's a build that doesn't really have a very good answer right now. Virtuoso actually does work pretty well into it, but the problem is that, yeah, Virtuoso can kill Catalysts and can actually counter it somewhat effectively, but the problem is that Virtuoso just can't keep up, so the Catalyst just runs away from you and then comes back and 1v2s you. So yeah, you can be like a really annoying rock for a while, but then the ELE just runs away from you and you're totally useless. So the only thing that's good against it is not really that good against it, to be honest. It's also true that Spellbreaker can actually beat it, by the way, in a 1v1, but it's kind of a similar issue. You just get out-rotated, right, because of how fast and mobile the Catalyst is compared to the Spellbreaker. Although we may see some Spellbreakers in this tournament as well. It's possible. It actually is a possibility that we see some Spellbreakers. But let's see if we can find these teams. Where are the Frenchies at? Let's see. Where are the Frenchies? Because those are the lads that are going to get a little bit crazy. Ooh, yeah. Whoa, okay, what have we got here? We actually do have oh, the double Catalyst is losing. Avancine, Kintaro, Fallon, Zenvo, and Demolish. Kind of a bit of a Quaggan's on duty remnant here, actually. And yeah, and unfortunately, I am a little bit worried, actually, that not as many of the really big teams are actually going to be playing this time, because I think, of course, it's very difficult to actually field 5 people who can all play Catalyst, or 3 to 4 people who can all play Catalyst. So, you know, most people like to play builds that aren't Catalyst, right? So not everyone's willing to kind of break out the old ELE and try something new just for a monthly automated tournament. But yeah, it's we'll see who's playing. But you have some, you know, 2 kind of pug groups here, I believe. Catalysts on both sides. Chronomans are here as well. Okay, check this out. We have Lucifer Fetish Doll. Very unusual, but this build, some of the Chrono builds are actually pretty gnarly right now, actually, to be honest. There's some pretty disgusting Chronomancer builds. Ah, yes, the Aristocracy rune there for the 25 might whenever you apply weakness. Very big, actually, with the staff setup, of course, on Chronomance, which has access to a lot of weakness with that Chaos Storm meme there as well, and the Chaos Aura, of course, putting in that work, and even the Power Block for even more weakness application, and therefore more might generation. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other teams. I want to find the Frenchies. What are they doing? Where are they? Let's see. We have a lot of Hardstuck teams as well. Exciting. Very exciting. Yeah, this. We have just like a standard match here. What else have we got? Spocker. That could be a fun team, actually. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this actually is a very strong team. We have Spock, we have Gam, Ambra, Nicolo, and also Nico, Ni, and you. Yep, very strong roster of players. Ambra on the Catalyst, but not... Does like to mix things up a little bit, does Ambra. Going with Hammer instead of the Scepter setup. Here we go. What is this? Octotash. That's really old school. What the hell? Oh, of course, that's Cloud. Yeah, that's Dog Player, aka Cloud. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Old school World versus World player, actually, from Amplified Wrath, I believe. Played with Pirate Captain Joey. Here's another, yeah, it's actually a pretty strong team. Yeah, Tricon, very, very good player. Classic player, in fact. Playing on the Revenant with the Vindicator. We have XXX, Join My OnlyFans XXX. With Overload Deep Sea. Cream Cheese, yeah. Classic Rev player. Was actually very active when I was playing PvP a lot, actually. And what even is this? You, Zaya, God X on the Untamed. Oh, you're outdated. You got to be playing more Catalyst. Imagine playing Untamed when you've got Catalyst going on there. And Cloud on the Support Guardian there. Ah, with the... Look at that. That's like some good RP here, actually. The Hydra Staff and the Dragon Hat. Yeah, very clean game here from this team. They're very unlikely to lose. So where are these Frenchies, guys? Where are these Frenchies? I wonder if it was these guys. The Win X Club, maybe? With a fight. Yeah, honestly, that might have been them with a 500-0, actually. In a very quick game. The game's actually already over. I think that could well have been the Frenchies. We'll have to keep an eye on that in the next round, for sure. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we have... Well, this is just like another very straightforward game. Not too much going on here. Yeah. I don't know what that is, guys. Is that some kind of meme? Is that like some kind of Zoom meme that I'm not aware of? Like WinX? I don't know what that is. Okay, what's this happen? Is anything happening here? This is just some, you know, we have some Catalysts. You know, they are here. This is good though. You know, this is a bit of a warm up for all of you guys. Oh, it's like a show? I don't know what this is, guys. Oh, what is this? Wait, what the hell is this? It's some kind of animated show? Wait, are they all going to be RP? Are you kidding me? Oh, no. And seriously, guys, this is what I'm talking about with PvP players. They're massive role players. I mean, wait, no. Yeah, they are doing this. Yeah. Because I was actually watching Zealith stream, and his character was... Yeah, his character was... one of these characters, actually. He was dressed up. He had his Elementalist ready to go as some kind of, like, fairy character, I think, actually. So I was like, what the hell is it? What's this bizarre RP? But I guess now I know. Well, actually, I presume... Wait, is that pronounced as Winks, then? As in wink? Or something like that. How do you pronounce that? What's going on here? Yeah, it's Winks. Okay, yeah. Thing is, You gotta understand, because my brain has been rotted by the internet. Because you know how all the PvP players, they like to be XX, Zeolith, XX? So I was like, oh yeah, they're like, oh yeah, Win X. That's us. We're the Win X club, dude. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's us. So that was what I was expecting there, but I guess not. Yeah, they like to be God X. It's gonna be like Catalyst God X is the big meme here. But apparently not. Yeah, these games mostly just getting cleaned up. Nothing too interesting here. Actually, we have a match here. Let's go take a look at this. All right, then. So we actually do have Quaggins and Friends kind of making a bit of a comeback here. Demolish. Here's on the Spellbreaker. Yeah, this is going to be the Defense Spellbreaker. Classic build that's now emerged. Very, very strong, actually. Very hard to kill. Of course, excellent in these 1v1s. They get a big cleanup here as well, actually. This is going to be Red Team's ticket back into this game. Absolutely. Ooh, and the Thief dies here. I haven't seen, that's a massive kill. That's going to secure the buff and bleed the Thief. Very, very nice there by the Catalyst tip. And that's going to ramp up the damage output on these Catalysts to a whole new level. Oh, no. And the Guard's going to feed as well. Blue team getting a bit... Look at the damage output here. It's absolutely insane with double Catalyst, with Dribbler Kid, and, of course, Avancine just barreling down. There's no more renewed focus. This Guardian is dead. There's no way out of this. And this build also has a massive amount of AoE damage, so going for any kind of revive is more or less impossible, actually, in these types of setups here, because there's simply too much AoE damage, because basically all of the Scepter abilities are now AoE, not just single target. It's pretty disgusting. But you can see this. Here they come. There's no way out here. I mean, there is a Catalyst here trying to get away. I mean, maybe we see a Lightning Flash. Here it comes. But, oh, might actually... Oh, no, here they come. They're all... See, it's so terrifying. It's so scary to play against this build because you just can't get away. It's so fast. It has the teleport. It has near permanent super speed. With the air attunement spam as well. It's absolutely insane. It's so crazy with the speeder. Is Holosmith strong? Holosmith is decent. I mean, the problem is you can't really say is something good or bad because it's obviously way worse than Catalyst, but actually it's a pretty damn good build. Like, if you played this build in Ranked, I think you're actually going to have a really good time. It's a lot of damage, and you can definitely carry with it. But yeah, the problem is it's not Catalyst. And if you don't play Catalyst right now, you're hugely misplaying. But yeah, actually, this should be Red Team's game now. They've got some really nice momentum here. Eliminating that Chronomancer is delicious. Thief, and of course, Warrior, still going about their business. Demolish is very strong in the 1v1. This is the condition build, I believe. Yeah, it's the condition Spellbreaker build. This saw play for like 1 monthly and then fizzled almost immediately. Demolish, I think, is fine here. This is one of the things about Spellbreaker, and honestly, the bad thing about Thief right now is that Thief doesn't really have enough damage to kill stuff, because Thief's damage didn't really go down significantly, but the problem is that everything got way tankier. Like, Daredevil is just so bad right now into skilled 1v1ers and skilled side noders, because you just don't have the damage output. Do you see that +1? His health, look, seriously, +1, and look at that, guys. The health barely moved. Actually insane. Right, that's actually hilarious. But anyway, Red Team are going to go ahead and win this game by the looks of this, 403 to 279. The thing that really worries me, I haven't seen anything to contest these French. So far, I haven't seen anything that's going to be going into the French and having any hope, to be honest, because there aren't that many full rosters. We did see some of, you know, Ultracom, I should say, with Fly playing, of course, but the problem is it's just a pug, right? It's literally a pug. And a pug is never going to beat the French, especially when they're playing an ultimate meta comp that's completely unbreakable. It's actually possible we could be looking at 500-0, even in finals here. That's actually possible. Stay tuned to see if that actually comes to fruition, but I think I am really struggling to see a world where teams actually get more than 0 points, or, you know, more than like 50 points up against the French composition, because again, they are playing the ultimate tryhard, which is, well, it will be 4 or 5 catalysts. 4 or 5 catalysts are going to be in play, and that simply is going to shut down almost anything. I mean, I look at this comp, they're going to get farmed by 4 catalysts. There's just no way. They do not have the sustain to handle that. They don't have the counter pressure to handle that. It will simply be too much for these teams. I mean, maybe I missed a few in the first round, but it's going to be rough. I mean, it's possible. I mean, yeah, Boyce is right here, of course. There could be some insane best-of-1 stuff, some insane throws. I mean, it's happened before, right? We've seen it. But it's going to be really tough to get any amount of points into this French team. Because, again, 1, they're full roster. 2, they're also playing a, you know, a full-on try-hard composition, whereas a lot of these teams are pugs, and they're just kind of playing what they want and playing what they enjoy, right, which is not enough to win. In PvP, you've got to be an amazing player, but you also need to have the correct strategy and the correct composition, depending on how the metagame is going. So we'll see how this develops, of course, but it's this could be a rough one. This could be a very, very rough one. Yeah, maybe the French actually go for a gentleman's agreement and they actually only play a maximum of 2 catalysts. I doubt it, though. If there's one thing I know about the French is that they love winning, and they are not going to want to throw. You know, one thing about catalysts as well is that it's also incredibly visually noisy, right? There are so many spell effects constantly. It is insane. If there's like 2 or 3 of them, it's like unplayable, right? Like the game just becomes insane with all the little spheres going down all over the place. It's ridiculous. There you have it. That's GG. Let's see what we got. What's next? So let's see. We'll see what the French are playing. They're going to be this roster here. Let's see who what we're dealing with. Is it 5-round AT? It is a 5-round AT, so you know it's a decent one. So it's a meaty one. Yeah, that's actually the really funny thing too, actually, because of course the spheres are kind of bait. They are important because of the boon application they have for the catalyst and the combo field, of course. But yeah, they do no damage, right? They're mostly there for the utility effects. But it doesn't actually do damage, yeah. They're an AoE that hits like 3 or something like that. Okay. So someone said I should look at the Wolf Spider team. Let's see what we got here on the Wolf Spider team. I mean, maybe there's some hope. No, definitely not, actually. I think Core Guard is just... Core Guard, in particular, I think is really bad into Catalyst, to be honest. Because you're just a sitting duck. Tempest has the ability to invuln and really mitigate damage, but Core Guard doesn't. Core Guard is more of like, you take damage, it reheals it. You take damage, it reheals it. That's kind of how it works. And that does not... that doesn't work, to be honest. Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, but that's going to be a rough one. I mean, maybe they can pull something crazy here. But I'm not sure about that one. Let's see what the French are doing. We'll watch this team. We'll watch that game, though, because this game is probably just... Yeah, this is like some kind of pug. Oh, Reaper. Oh, I feel bad for you. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, wait. Int account forfeit next dog. XX Musa X, XX Flora XX, XX Bloom XX Draza, XX Stella XX Zeolith, and XX Layla XX Kill. And yes, they are all dressed as fairies. Here they go. I think they have different colors too, but PvP doesn't show... oh, God, no. Oh, no. We're going to watch this because you don't want to see this. I think you've got to see it. I'm going to make you watch it, guys. This is going to be absolutely disgusting. We have the French team. Here they are. Winx Club. And here it begins. Yep, the Soul Beast already having a bit of trouble here. Desperately trying to run, but there is no escape from the fairies, unfortunately. The Catalysts have arrived. 5 Catalysts. We actually have a feed. Oh, no. The rally should come through, but actually the Core Guard came in and actually secured a kill onto XX Bloom XX. Draza actually feeding in this Legacy of the Faux-Fire matchup, but now does get rallied back up again. But this is the metagame, guys. 5 Catalyst meta, 5 Elementalist metagame. Here we go. Core Guardian, you know, proving that the gods can bleed, but unfortunately only temporarily. Yeah, they're going for the Lord. They're coming. Oh, no. They're beginning the spawn camp. This is not what we wanted. Yep. Oh, the Vert nearly gave up there, I think. Oh, the Vert's going to try and run away. Do the fairies notice? They do. Here they come. Here they come. Yeah, this is good. This is the way. This is as CMC intended. CMC watches this game and he is happy. He is smiling. You will play Catalyst and you will enjoy it. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Let's see what this other game might have in store for us. Yeah. All right, then. So we have the Wolf Spider team, which is going to be Flirt, Fortnite Enjoyer, the Black Mage from Digital, Not a Melania on the Vindicator, and Centipede on the Harbinger, the Death Magic Harp as well. Actually, you know, it's interesting. This build, I think it's kind of really fallen off after the Protection Uptime nerf, but still going with that instead of the more aggressive Soul Reaping build. To be honest, I presume this is because you just can't survive on the Soul Reaping build. Into Catalyst, essentially, you have to play more defensively with the extra toughness from, you know, the Death's Carapace effects. And, of course, having the protection uptime as well. Because otherwise, you're just going to get completely farmed by multiple Catalysts. To be honest, I think Necromancer in general is bad right now. And that's a big part of that is definitely because there's a lot of damage. And you need invulnerabilities. You need, like, a defensive, like a block or some kind of evasion skill to survive, really, in the current meta. And Necro doesn't have that. That's, like, one of the things that Necromancer notably doesn't have, right, as its weakness. That's one of its weaknesses. And that makes it pretty bad currently, to be honest, but you never know. We'll see how it works out later on. Of course, Boon Corruption and Chill in particular can be pretty nice into Elementalist, but you know, I wouldn't hold my breath, to be honest, for that. Seems like a fairly decent game so far. I think Red Team definitely with a pretty big tempo advantage. That Harbinger really struggling to survive, not really on any kind of kiteable terrain, but the good heal from the Fortnite Enjoyer does come through, actually. Getting that Harbinger back up to some good help. But look at that constant pressure coming through from the Vindicator and the Catalyst. It's really, really painful. But it does look like the counter pressure is actually good enough for the Red Team to actually hold on here and survive. They are outnumbered, so they do want to bring in an additional player at some point, I think, to try and handle that. Well, actually, it's the Rev on the other side of the map. But actually, the Untamed wins the 1v1 into the Spellbreaker. Really nice 1v1 win there. From Flirt, that means the Untamed will be able to reinforce over here very shortly. And I think that will actually send this fight in the direction of the Red Team pretty soon. Centipede holding on, might actually die. Does have the base to get away. Is there a Signet available? There is. I think that revival is going to happen. It does. Yeah, the CC did not come through in time. Guardian taking very heavy pressure, but actually the Elite Elixir really helping with the sustain there on this Guardian. But they get through the base, and they should be able to hold on it pretty nicely. Blue Team has a really big push over here, but it's going to be a little bit tough. It's going to be a little bit of a tough one for the Blue Team to win. Look at that Dragon Suit just following people around. It's actually so disgusting. Look at it. Oh! It's so hard, by the way. It's so hard. It is unbelievable. Okay, it follows you, and you have to... Ah, man. Dragon Suit is such a disgusting ability. Because what it does is you cast it, and it's over your head, and it follows the target around, and you must dodge it. You cannot eat that. It's so much damage. But the problem is of course... Well, hang on a minute. You've got this Sword of Damocles over your head, but wait a minute. Now the Catalyst is basically free to free cast on you, because if you burn your dodge early, you get hit by the Dragon's Tooth. So you get completely fucked. Whereas if you dodge early, or if you dodge late, well, good news. You just ate all of the other Catalyst abilities, and now you're also dead, right? It's pretty much a lose-lose situation. It puts the player into a horrible position with the way it operates. Not a good time whatsoever, in my opinion, in terms of Dragon Suit. Yeah, and with a ridiculously short cooldown as well. An 8-second cooldown on this absolutely broken ability. It's good, you know, it's a good skill. It's a good skill. And it's AoE, by the way. Yep, and you can reset the cooldown with the Elite as well. Oh, this build is so repulsive. Oh, my God. Oh, that's fun. That is fun. It's fun. Yeah. But yeah, this game looks like it's going to be over. Let's see if we got anything else going on. What else have we got going down? Wow, everything is pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward here. Ooh, Garkos. Ah, we actually have some pretty fun players here. We have Malgus, we have Blaze, Garkos, Master of D Universe, aka Avatar, aka Guffle TV, and Lord Job, who is also here on the Necromancer. But they also won the game, so that's that. What about this game? Yes. Ah, there's, I don't know why, but the names that are like all caps with spaces, they always make me laugh. This guy has such a good one too. This guy is Morpheus. in all caps with a space between each letter. I just love it. It's so good. How can you not love a character name like that? It's amazing. Is there any way that blue team can recover in this game? I kind of want to say no. They look pretty dead to me. Wait, red team actually got the Lord? What? That's crazy. What an insane game. What an absolutely insane game. AK Hell Desire. Ah, yes. Very true, actually. That's the true name right there. Give me 5 catters. Oh, it's happening, Nika. It is happening. The French, they actually have 5 fairy roleplay from some obscure, well, maybe it's not obscure, but I'd never heard of it. Some kind of animated fairy TV show known as Winx Club. And they're all RPing. Not a surprise. Like I said, guys, PvP players are massive role players. Did you see that? Especially the French. Team got a capture point. Yeah. Very good. Red team is actually kind of feeding here, but, you know, the Deadeye is delivering value, eliminates Morpheus. Is it enough? And it's 7 minutes. I'm not sure they can get enough points. They need more kills. They lost their Spellbreaker. That's not good. The Spellbreaker is AFK. No, they're not. They are now playing. Mending is such a putrid heal skill. Well, like Mending just tells you a lot about how repulsive the power creep is in the game. 6k healing, 20-second cooldown, 5 condies removed, right? Ugh. Yeah, that's what we've got to say about that. Ah, yes. Dude, how did this happen? You know, this is so weird. It's so strange to me, actually. Like, EOD reduced quite a lot of power creep, broadly speaking. They really went after the power creep in the game. But I feel like now, somehow, certain builds have ludicrous amounts of power creep across the board. Like, PvE is broken right now. World versus World, actually not, I want to say not that broken. There are a few things that have kind of propped up, I guess, like the Vindicator build was really busted for a while. Druid is pretty crazy, right? Too. So I guess, you know, that's kind of a thing. I guess the roaming meta is really degenerate currently. So I guess roaming is mega power crept. PvP is insanely power crept as well now. It's crazy. Everything is wild right now. Everything is so strong in the game. It's crazy. Oh, man. What is going on? I like how this is now turned into balance complaints, the monthly AT edition. But that's okay. The only reason I remark on this, by the way, because it's not like it's super unusual that there's a lot of power creep. It's just, it feels like it's kind of come out of nowhere. It didn't feel like the game was Omega power crept. It just seems that with this recent update, Catalyst has like unleashed the floodgates, right? And now everything is broken. Or like all the builds that see play are broken. And that probably does make sense if you think about it, right? Because basically there are some builds, this is the way I see the issues in PvP right now. It's not that everything is broken. It's just that some builds are so broken compared to other things that everything else becomes trash. This is definitely my experience actually in Ranked. When I was playing Ranked, I've been playing a lot of Ranked this season. One thing I really noticed was that certain specs are just awful compared to others, and there are some that are just insane. I should say it the other way around, actually. It's not that they're awful, it's that some specs overperform to such a ludicrous degree that it just completely distorts the way the game is played, right? Which is not good. It's not good, guys. It's not good. I think all these games are basically over. Yeah. All right, here we go. Looks like red team is winning. Son of Zeus. One of the biggest players in Guild Wars 2 history right now. Where is he? I'm going to find him on the ladder, guys. Without Zeus, Guild Wars 2 PvP would be dead. Here he is, guys. Look at this fucking legend. 607 wins, 443 losses. Yes, guys, you're reading that correctly. That is 1,050 games of ranked PvP just this season. Just this season alone.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture point.
If you ever wondered why the queue times in this game aren't 15 minutes long, it's because of Zeus. Zeus, single-handedly keeping PvP alive, and it's his time to shine as well. He's playing Weaver for some reason instead of the Catalyst build. Still wins the game. But he is the Elementalist main. He is the ELE Lord. Fresh Air Elementalist Lord. What a gamer. Well, oh no. Oh, no. So now we're going to see what happens. Because this is going to be Fly. And this is a, very strong, it's a pug team. It's a strong pug team, right? Very good players on Fly. I believe it's Andreas is playing with Fly as well. Against the Winx Club, guys. Like, I mean, this music, this right now is Fly's theme song. Yeah. Because he knows what's coming. Yeah, he knows. He'll have seen this. And, yeah, they know. They know. Yeah. Actually, even better. Hang on. Let me in. I like how they're just not accepting. What if they just decline? They might. Oh no, they didn't. Yeah. Fake Kata. Let's take a look at Gornet. Spellbreaker. Why are we here? Maya trying to play Spectre. Andreas. Why am I here? Just to suffer. Only Catalyst. Elementalist icon on the team name. Flora. Musa. Bloom. Stella. Layla. They're here. They're trying to cheer they're trying to cheer their opponents up with some kind of whimsical RP here. And yeah, I believe they're all playing the exact same build. You can see here it's with the focus off and scepter focus. Exact same build. Guild Wars 2 PvP. There is no hope. There is only the void. Oh, actually, we have a slight variant. Renewing Stamina versus Arcane Restoration. There is no hope. Only Catalyst. Only CMC's smiling face looking down upon you as he buffs Catalyst again and again and again and again. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. I don't think there's actually any hope for Red Team here. And normally I wouldn't say that. I normally wouldn't say that, because these are really good players. Actually, these are all legend rating players. Monthly AT winner caliber players. In fact, most of them have won Monthly AT. Cao Blanco, Gornet, Andreas. I think Maya hasn't. And then, of course, Fly also has too. But yeah, you can kind of see what's happening here. The fight is not working. Support can't keep up with this. It's just too much, right? There's so much damage output. And there's too much saying they're too fast, they're too kiteable to really get kills on them efficiently in the early stages of the game. There are actually some points, and honestly, a big part of that is because the push, they didn't make it yet. They haven't managed to push over. They now clean up this fight, and now we're seeing Bloom move over to actually begin this contest. But the fight here obviously resolved horribly. For the red team, with no real threat towards the Catalysts. Bloom isn't a 1v2, but Musa is moving over, and of course the other players will be arriving shortly to reinforce. But yeah, this is bad. It's the condition Spellbreak here from Gornet. And he can probably survive for a decent amount of time. Of course, Endure Pain will keep him alive. I think it's probably Rabid Amulet as well, right? Yeah, it's Rabid Amulet, so high toughness, but high toughness won't save you from this. It's just too much. It's simply far too much. Layla in a little bit of trouble. Oh, in trouble. Gets the Arcane Shield, though. We'll be able to re-heal, I think, using the Water Trident. Yep, there we go. It lands. No Obsidian Flesh, so I've got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, the Willbender is counter-killed. And yeah, now we're in a bit of a rough spot. The problem is they can't push. Like, look, yeah. Fly knows it has to wait for respawns, right? They're all 3 of them dead. And bear in mind, guys, I want to be super clear about this. These are all legend-rated players. They're not. This is not just like some kind of crazy something. This is probably one of the stronger teams in the tournament. Maybe even the main threat to the French, I want to say. Simply because of the caliber of player here. Most full rosters are not playing this time around for understandable reasons. But yeah, the Frenchies, they're looking good. They are looking absolutely disgusting right now in this matchup. We do have one Catalyst being driven away. Of course, the kiting is good here. Obsidian Flesh, double Obsidian Flesh is available, of course. This elite skill, very powerful. Allows you to reset your weapon skill cooldowns for double CC, double damage if you want to, double sustain, whatever you need at the time. Very powerful ability. Of course, also gives you an Arcane Shield because of the Arcane... I kind of like this trait. This is a pretty cool trait. You get an Arcane Shield when you use your elite skill. That means every time they pop this, they also get 3 blocks as well, which is quite nice as well. But yeah, this is looking tough. You can see that they just can't survive. It's too much damage, right? There's just so much damage output from these catalysts that, to be frank, most builds can't keep up with us. They really, really can't. You know, Willbender can't do it. Spectre, I think Thief is actually really bad into this. It's simply nothing it can do. Of course, you know, condition damage is nice, obviously, and good mobility is nice, but the problem is the catalyst is basically really, really fast and will just rip your shroud to pieces, and without some kind of like hard mitigation stealth, basically, which Spectre doesn't really have that much of. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Spectre, to be honest. And the damage keeps coming, and yeah, Tempest can't heal it. Tempest can't overheal it. It's not possible. Obsidian Flesh is being used by Bloom, so Bloom in a bit of trouble, but I think the counter pressure should be good. Yeah, we might see a downstate here. Can we see a kill? There's the Lightning Flash. The ELE is in trouble. Does have the, yeah, there's the dodge in water, of course, but no, yeah, it's too much. They've weathered the storm, and the counter pressure is so colossal, they weren't able to actually pursue this kill. And of course, this is one thing that is a little bit subtle about this build, actually. It has a huge amount of mitigation, right? It has a lot of blind, has a lot of weakness, right? And that's very powerful, right? Very, very powerful for counter pressure. And we have this blind application on Dust Devil. You have chill, you have weakness, right? Which is very, very good at shutting down your opponent's damage as well. So you can snare people, you can slow them down, you can massively reduce their output, right? Which is obviously very, very good for not being dead. But yeah, this game's over. This game is long, long over. Yep. Okay, let's move on. Do we have anything? Ooh, wait. Ooh, Dancing Choya Gang mirror matchup. This is actually a really cool guild that's kind of been popping up actually recently, taking over the PvP scene. The Dancing Choya Gang. You see them everywhere. They're in all of the daily ATs. They're all over the place. Here they are. Ah, Revy Boom Blaster. I see this guy in ranked quite a lot with Rifle Condi Mech. Interesting. You know, this is probably the mech build that is least bad. Mech, I don't think it's very good, but you know, you can play this build. The condition build definitely catches people off guard. Not sure about the rifle, but you know, that's something as well. Anyway, something's happening right now. And it's actually the blue team is kind of making a comeback here, I want to say. We actually have 2 kills on the Mechanist, and also the Warrior being taken out there by the Willbender. Willbender will be able to re-establish control over this node. Mechanist back in play, but let's see if blue team can actually win this team fight before the mech gets here. Here we go. This is going to be an important moment. Can blue team win this fight? It's not actually looking like it's happening very quickly. Tempest is pretty low, actually. Could that be the target here? Let's see. Obsidian Flesh now being used. Ooh, but there it is. Scrapper falls. The revive? Surely that doesn't get off. It actually does happen. Wow. I'm actually surprised about that. Rebound now being used. And yeah, and actually, red team have kind of done it. They've held them off maybe just long enough to actually win this fight. Tempest is downside, but rallies immediately. Blue team may be getting away with this. That was a very big moment there, actually. That was a huge meme. As the blue Chronomancer Continuum splits themselves back to life. Actually, no, gets the heal skill off right at the last moment. Gets knocked nearly into a wall. And blue actually crumble in this fight. Elementalist in the downstate over here. Harbinger also dying in red. They've actually brought this back very effectively. They were in a pretty tough spot there, but their Mechanist got back in on the action just barely in time. Flamethrower Rifle Condi Mechanist saving the day, carrying the team fight. And there it is. I think they're going to probably win the game off that. As long as they don't overextend. They've got to be careful about going towards far here. There's going to be a lot of respawns. I don't really want to see them go for it. They are very smart, though. Yeah, they're just going to bleed out this Weaver and then wait for something to happen. The Mechanist maybe being a little bit annoying, or rather the Scrapper potentially being a little bit annoying. Oh, nearly feeds. Wait, oh, feeds? Mechanist feeds? Sorry, Scrapper feeds. That's not good, actually. I think the revive comes through. It does. Wow. Big hand res there from the Tempest. We'd love to see that. The counter feed has been anyone. Oh, no, what? The Warrior sneaks past as well. Gets the decap. Mech secured the beast during all of that chaos. And yeah, blue team has not really got a lot of value out of these rotations whatsoever, unfortunately for them. Weaver moving over towards the mine. Will be able to grab that. Big team fight happening here in middle. Blue team have got to win this pretty fast.
Red team got a
However, it's actually a 4v4, so they might not even actually necessarily win, although they are going to win, actually, as it turns out. Their damage output is sufficient. She get rid of that support Tempest more or less immediately, and the Scrapper too. Red team, though, yeah, they just have one node. They're going to win off the back of that pretty much immediately, and that's actually not good. It's not good whatsoever for the blue team. The Warriors need to basically AFK here and just be annoying at this stage. Don't leave. Okay, imagine if the Warrior left right now. That would actually be a really amusing way to throw the game. However, Red just need to basically push off respawn. Weaver needs to defend this. Do they recognize it? Oh, no! Okay. They don't. That's unfortunate. The problem is, for blue... Wait, are they going to go for another beast? That's not good enough, I don't think. Wait, is double cap with beast enough? I don't think so, actually. They need to have it now, and they need a few kills as well, because it's 50 points. Ooh! Double cap with beast and kill. They need another kill. Then it would be good enough. So we are going to see the beast. But now they've got to... Don't decapped. Blue can win, but they need to win a fight now. Yeah, this is good enough if they win this fight. However, they're not really in position to take this fight. They're going to have to concede the node. Yeah. They weren't... I think they had a plan here, but they weren't really able... They weren't in the right spot to actually capitalize on it. Yeah, now they're very dead. Oh, maybe the Mesmer can decap here, though. It's possible. Let's see. Here we go. Scrapper, of course, might be a bit of a meme. Looks like they're going to avoid the team fight. Blue team avoiding the team fight. Could this be a very big brain play? Maybe it isn't a big brain play. Tempest tries to go for the revival here. Ooh, does get it. If they can somehow bunker down, this is big, but they've left the henge completely open, so they're going to lose that immediately. And again, red team only need one node to win this game. Blue having a lot of difficulty in this team fight. Here comes the tornado. Tempest goes down. Could there be a turn here? There are some red players that are very, very low. Is there any way? Oh, wait, actually, they get rallied, actually. Oh, do they pop the red? Oh, they pop the red glyph, actually. The fire glyph to sustain themselves. Can they get into this fight and then get a bit of a heal? Yes, they can. No, not quite in time. Can interrupt the revive, I think, or the stomp, rather. Here comes the big water overload. Oh my god, blue team is kind of doing it. Red team are going to lose this team fight. It's absolutely disastrous. Ah, but the 1v1 from the Warrior comes through. Very nice 1v1 there, killing the Willbender. Blue team nearly manage a comeback here, but the mech is going to just barely wriggle away. No, it's going to go down. But they're reviving each other like complete madmen over here. Red team with the self-revives, but no, it's not going to be good enough. Wow, what a game. Dancing Choya gang, bringing the real PvP action to this tournament. I like it. With this beast, we will rise like yeast. With this beast, rise my yeast. What the hell is going on here? Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Are there any other games? No, this game is over. Red team is going to win. Red team wins. That was esports. That was real esports. Not fake esports, like we've seen so far. But yeah, everything else is over. Wow. Insane. Absolutely insane. Where are the catalysts? Don't worry, there are 5 catalysts. The 5 catalysts are fully enabled. Yeah. Yeah, this may not be the most riveting, exciting monthly AT, to be honest. I mean, it's more of a novelty. Think of this as a novelty tournament. Who are the next victims? The next victims are actually maybe nobody. Oh, no, yeah, it is unfortunately Cloud. Cloud is next in line for the 5 Catalyst treatment. Yes. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. I think this game could be interesting, this Wolf Spider team versus Fly. That actually might be a competitive match. I might watch the competitive match because realistically, this one's going to be a little bit, it might be a little bit rough to watch. You know, we may not actually want to watch the 5 Catalysts. This might be the one. It's fairy time again, guys. It is. The Tooth Fairy is real. The Tooth Fairy is real, but instead of you giving your teeth to the Tooth Fairy, they visit you while you're asleep and pull out all your teeth, and you wake up with no teeth. Man, that would be such a worse version of the Tooth Fairy. Yeah. That kind of reminds me of something from Terry Pratchett, the Veruca gnome. It's a gnome that has like a sack full of verrucas and visits you while you're in the shower and just attaches verrucas to you. Yeah. Watch out for that one. Yeah. If you think about it, that's actually really appropriate because that's what the Catalysts do, but they do it with dragon's teeth. Dude, they're the reverse Tooth Fairy. Instead of taking your teeth away, they give you teeth. They give you dragon's tooth. And it just follows you around. Well, I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate. Here we go. Let's see what we got. This could be a fun game, I think. You know, we have some pretty good players. Centipede is giving up on wait. Ooh.
An enemy ship is pulling into the harbor.
Condiarod, interesting. Rune of Ice. Surround yourself with an Ice Nova after using an elite skill. For AoE Chill and, of course, AoE Torment with Abyssal Chill. Interesting. Interesting here. You know, Condiarod, it is a build that has seen a little bit of play. It's kind of like a really old school build. It's a very interesting build, actually. It's a bit of a hybrid. It can kind of 1v1 a little bit. It's pretty nice in team fights as well, with boon application. A lot of area condition damage pressure, too. Very interesting build. It's also dead, as the Willbender and the Catalyst just barrel down upon it, and that's the weakness. It's very slow, right? It's a slow build, and just gets kind of nuked into oblivion by the damage output here of the red team. This Willbender is definitely going to be a big focal point. I think that what's going on in a lot of these games is that people really ignore the Willbender. I think people have kind of forgotten how much damage Guardian really does. Seriously, it's very easy to forget, but all of these abilities are insane. They do so much damage, actually. You cannot ignore this whatsoever. And I think perhaps that's what's going wrong here. I think the blue team really need to recognize what's going on here and try and shut this down. They must shut this down, otherwise they're going to get kind of deleted, right? It's a much easier target, I think, than the Catalyst here, but yeah, you can see it's kind of just free casting, just going crazy right now, doing a lot of DPS here. Yeah, that's going to be a pull. There we go. Just port away immediately, though. A lot of damage, though, and it is a very squishy build, of course. With the Berserker Amulet. Yeah, Greatsword 3 is an actual crazy skill. It can hit for like 10,000 damage. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. It really is. Yes. But anyway, looks like red team are doing a pretty good job in this game so far. I think they're just winning these fights, right? And especially on this map, right, where it's very team fight oriented. Well, not very team fight oriented, but there's a big team fight focal point with the bell. Winning the fights are going to be very profitable, of course, and well, they are winning the fights pretty effectively. But anyway, let's see how this match progresses. I think blue team can come back. I think blue team know what the hell's going on here. I definitely think a bit of a problem is going to be just kind of keeping up here, right? You know, the support guard is just going to run out of juice, right? The thing about support guard as a support build is that it's very cooldown reliant. So once you run out of your defenses, run out of your healing, you kind of don't do anything. Whereas Tempest kind of continues, it can kind of go on forever, right? Which is why it's usually the support pick we see. Guardian is not going to be able to outlast this. Like, you are going to get drained, right, before anything has died. Everything has a lot of invulns, a lot of mobility, a lot of blocks, a lot of defensives. And that means that you're going to get outvalued, right, in these team fights. So I'm not a fan of support guard in the current meta whatsoever. I don't think it's going to work. Even though stability is nice, stability is good, but the fights turn into an outnumbered fight incredibly quickly as your Guardian becomes really useless really fast. At least in competitive play. Like, in ranked, it's probably fine, but in competitive play, no. You're gonna die, you're a sitting duck, you're useless, pretty much. And that's what the Fortnite enjoyer is finding out right now. Maybe should have stayed in Fortnite. Probably is thinking, wow, I wish I'd just queued up another game of Fortnite instead. I'm ready. I was going to make some kind of Fortnite reference to, like, one of the areas, but I realized that I actually don't know. Because, unfortunately, I have become old. And I can't keep up, guys. I'm behind. It feels bad. But anyway, red team are going to win here. Let's go see if we've got anything else going on. Is there any team that could somehow contest? Well, I mean, this is a good team as well. Ah, Danny on Herald. Oh, that's a mistake, my friend. Okay, Power Herald. Woo! Okay, we have Support Guardian here from Naruto. DT, I believe, of course. Inoki on Vindicator. We had Dexter's on Catalyst and Falco on Spellbreaker. Danny, very nice. Yes.
Red team ring the bell.
Very good. I mean, yeah, red team are going to win this game. I mean, I don't think... The thing is, I don't think they can contest into the French, right? It's not going to happen, guys. The French are going to be too powerful. Maybe it's time... there could be a comeback game here, maybe, from Demolish into this roster. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh, red team actually get the bell. Okay, yeah, I think this could be a spicy game. Let's take a look at this one. Let's have a look. Let's see what we got. Here we go. So, red team has got the bell here. And we're now getting this push and demolish here. That will, of course, scare away the Untamed. Now, what's red team's next move? They have their Hollow Smith here on middle. Captain Foul, I believe, playing the Static Discharge. Yep, Static Discharge Hollow here. So with the toolkit and then the tools trait line. This trait line really got activated with all the new condition cleanse, right? There's loads of Condi cleanse on this trait line. And that means that you can run tools for big damage and still not just instantly die to conditions. Nice. Very good. Ooh, and Creso actually goes down here. That's very nice there. Avancine gets this kill. I kind of want to... I almost want to see the Catalyst push into this team fight, get more kills. We'll go for the decap. That's an interesting move here. And Red do actually have this node, so they actually will be able to just kind of hold on there, especially with the Spellbreaker. But I'd almost want to see them push for a few more kills and then go for the bell afterwards. That's not going to end up being the play here, though. Is for the time being. It is now, though. Goes for the decap, but... Ooh, yeah, they might actually pay the price for that, as Fallon does go downstate here, trying to get away. Is there any way that could be revived? Actually, maybe. Ooh, this is scary. That Elemental is going to get killed very quickly. Could they save Fallon? I think they can save Fallon here. A massive Graduate onto the Tempest. That's really big, actually. Killing the support right before the team fight on the bell is going to be really nice. Fallon is actually maybe going to self-res? No, it's not going to happen. Oh, I wonder if that was doable. It might well have been. Maybe there's too much damage, though. The Untamed is going to hit really hard, of course. But anyway, here we go. And yeah, this is, I think, the more common build that we see these days, actually. Kind of the condition damage. Like, semi-duelist, semi-teamfight value. Chronomance with the Rabid Amulet. This is the build I was expecting to see last time, actually. It's a bit of a menace, actually. It's a bit underrated. But, of course, people have forgotten that Chrono even exists. Anyway, here we go. Oh, yeah, that Tempest is really eating some heavy fire here, but they do manage to eliminate one of the Catalyst. Oh, that's super bad here. That's really bad news for Red Team, unfortunately, because they lose a massive team fight presence early on. Now, they might be able to trade it for the Tempest. Let's see if they can. They should be able to. That's going to be more or less unrevivable with the Out-of-Cleave. Fallon is trying to hold on here, gets the heal. Skull does have the cog block here with the shield. Is going to hold on. Can they somehow survive? Yep, Fallon wriggles away. And I think Red Team are going to get themselves another bell. This is actually a really nice comeback here. Do they find this kill? They do. Very good. Spellbreaker bleeding out. Demolish going to grab this. Hang on. This is big, actually. I think Red Team might have actually found their way back into this game. As Zenvo's going to bleed out the Catalyst a little bit, grabbing that node. Untamed can't hold that. We'll have to run away, and they're going to simply leave Demolish here, who can, of course, handily 1v1 that. Very, very nice. There we go. Red Team now have the double cap. Meanwhile, Avancine was holding on middle with the Catalyst, and this should put Red into the lead, actually. Okay. Here we go. So I think this next bell is going to be the big defining moment here. Like, oh no, Fallon gets caught. Well, I mean, you can blame him, to be honest. It's a bit of a rough matchup here for the poor old Hollow Smith. And Foul does get taken out. That's okay, though. Some smart disengage. I think, you know, the red team, they're being smart. They're not committing too much. But now they see that downstate. The revive comes through from the Tempest. And that should signal red team to play very safe here. Yeah, they're just going to back it up here. Disengage it. Just try and hold on to the nodes. Gain an advantage. And then re-push later on. Oh, I wonder if they push their luck a little bit. Dribbler Kint trying to get away as much as he possibly can. He's able to escape. This is good. So they only lose one player. Foul, no back. This is fine, actually. Blue didn't get anything out of that kill, so this is perfectly acceptable. There was one decap here over here. I think that was that a self-decap from the Chrono? Actually, it might well have been. Ooh, Skater Bob in trouble. Gets pulled. That should be a kill. And there's no revive. It's already been used. That's a really nice time to get a kill, because bear in mind, Bell is up in 20 seconds. If they could somehow pressure this Tempest, even kill the Tempest, that would be incredibly good. Ooh, and one of the Catalysts dies here in the middle. Fallon gets his revenge. Finds that kill alongside Dribbler Kint. Creso ELE is running away, actually. Will be followed. I think it will just be a 1v1 between Kint and Creso there. And now we have the Bell. And Red are in a good spot to get this. This might be free even. I don't think Red can contest. Yeah, they're too far away. Maybe the Untamed could make it. Of course, has the port. Are they going to go for it, though? One Catalyst is attempting to maneuver. Doesn't have Lightning Flash, though. Yeah, just going to have to concede it. I think this is going to be a recovery here. Yep, there it is. Bell secured. And now Red Team, all they've got to do is just not feed, pretty much. Demolish is having a, you know, a perfectly acceptable 1v1 here. Spellbreaker v Spellbreaker. Now, Hammer can be a bit problematic for Greatsword to deal with, because Warrior is very reliant on landing up CC combos to do damage. And, of course, here's the thing about Hammer. Hammer gives you a huge amount of crowd control, which converts into a lot of stability in the defense trait line, which kind of shuts down the offensive potential of the Greatsword Warrior, as you simply won't be able to punch through the Stalwart Strength CC, which makes things very problematic for the Greatsword Warrior. But Demolish is skilled enough that I think he can at least hold for a good amount of time anyway. Now, middle is still being held here. Avancine and Kint trying to hold on as best they possibly can. There's a lot of damage output, but they're doing a good job. They actually win the 2v3. Oh, I think they won't though. Yeah, the Untamed connects. Hang on. Oh, it's so close. Hang on. Oh, Avancine is going to die. Oh, that was that was really close, actually. Almost a clutch 2v3 there from the double Catalyst. However, even though that node has been yielded, this one has been secured by Zenvo and Fallon. This is probably going to be where the game ends, because Red Team are going to be able to hold on here, I think. They're still pushing the map. Of course, Demolish is kind of doing his thing over here. Does eventually have to yield the node. That's unsurprising, given that matchup there with the Warrior Hammer versus the Greatsword, but that's fine. He now rotates elsewhere. Red still holding on here, but they now have found Avancine and Zenvo here to hold on, so I think they can maybe hold on until the end of the game. It's actually getting a little bit spicy. Avancine in the downstate. Zenvo should be a pretty tough cookie to take down, though. Doesn't have his shield block or continuum split, so he's a little bit low on... Oh, he does actually. I lied. He does a continuum split, but he's a little bit low on cooldowns. Oh, hang on. Yeah, Found's going to have to go for the big play here. He goes in. Yep. Does he have blocks to hold on? Of course, Gale could potentially CC him. It's unblockable. Can he get back on the node? Yes, he can. And now Kint arrives as well. Yeah, it's a die on node situation. That should get the job done. Yep, Kint dies. That's it, though. Doesn't matter, yeah. Good hold there. That was some smart decision-making. Farm was really holding off there. He knew the win condition, so he was just standing on an objective, waiting to just get in there and basically not feed. So, well played there by that team. Very nice comeback, actually, by Red. Well played there. Yeah. Well played. Yes. Okay. Ooh, another comeback here. Red team ahead. Were they ahead? Yeah, they were ahead for a good chunk of the game. Most of the game. Well, all of the game, actually. And Blue looks like they're actually going to make this happen.
Did you see that?
Yes, they are. Ooh, Red have a single node back now. Ooh, Bell is relevant here. Hang on. Who's won the Bell? Yeah, Red has got the Bell, so Blue must contest this. But yeah, I think Blue wins. Because what's going to happen is they have to commit to this, and the fight won't resolve in time. Yeah, this is the way it's going to be. So all Blue have to do is just stall here, and not die. I don't think Red can neutralize. Yeah, they can't. The Ranger even smartly stays back here, so Spocker can't do anything useful on the Thief. The only hope is for Red is somehow get the Bell immediately, but that's impossible. Could they somehow farm enough kills? Maybe? No, they can't. They can't. It's not possible. It's over. Yeah, 50-point game there. The Winx Club kind of going crazy. Oh no, Demolish. Your time has come. The Winx Only Club face Demolish in the next round. Goodness me. The gaming is about to happen. Yes. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Demolish theme song playing right now, yeah. So what do you guys think? How are you guys enjoying the AT today? What are we thinking about? You know what my only sadness is, guys? Is that PvP is so irrelevant now that, unfortunately, the subreddit won't even complain about this. Like, that's actually sad to me. They'll complain about Maguma, they'll complain about AFK farmers, but they'll probably never even know about the 5 catalyst meta in PvP. How sad is that? And here it is. I mean, I almost want to see this because, you know, this is a good team here, I think. They performed well in the last game, I think, and they're going with a double Cronus. They're trying something a little bit interesting, trying something a bit novel to try to deal with these catalysts, but I don't know. Yeah.
The match starts soon.
I don't know about this. They have 2 catalysts of their own, but unfortunately, as we have learned, probably in school at some point, 5 is bigger than 2, and therefore, the blue team is probably going to win. XX. French XX.
Seize theirs.
Who actually are these people, by the way? So this is Esprit. This is Draza. This is Zeolith. This is Kill. Who is int account FF next dog? I actually don't know who this is. Ah, yes, Raikön, of course. Yeah, Raikon's main is you know, it can sometimes be compromised. Yeah. Yes, of course. Here he is. Very big. Sometimes the feeding happens. Yeah.
Blue team grabbed a
I do like that red team tried to come up with something interesting, but you do have a kill. Oh, kill. Oh, Draza actually does die, to be fair. And hang on. The big rally comes out there. So, red team kind of gets something done here, actually. The Chronomancers do manage to connect. Oh, look at that confusion. Hang on. Wow, Flora went way too aggressive there. Esprit went in like a lunatic. Got punished by the confusion damage. That cleave, though. Oh, my God. Did you see that cleave damage? Instantly obliterates Zemvo and Demolish while they were attempting that revival. Goodness me. Yeah, Bloom winning this 1v1 very convincingly, actually, into the opponent. Here, the 1v1. Just a straight 1v1. And a very clear victory for Bloom. We'll now get plussed in by Stella as well. So, yeah, very tough time there, unfortunately. We'll be driven away now. But kind of between the rock and a hard place. We're just going to run into another catalyst. Unfortunately. Not, I mean, yeah, what do you do here? Like, might have to reset here. Or might not be able to get it. Does manage to get the reset, which is nice. The super speed might lead to some kiting here, I think. For Kint, get some good re-healing. Has the block available, so some nice movement here. But the Gale, of course, unblockable 4-second knockdown. That's a good skill right there. And Kint has been taken out, and that is the end of that. And yeah, blue team, a formality. Let's go check out some other games. Let's go check out some other games. I think this match could be interesting. White Lotus XZA there with the Prime. Boom, nice. Okay, dog player. Bark, bark, woof. Renewed focus. Gets a good juke there, actually. I think I actually kind of ran away. That was pretty funny. But is still dead. The catalysts are insatiable. The kill has been secured, and yeah, I guess red team are not really able to do that much. Double Herald, I mean, yeah. Double Herald, guys, in current year? I'm sorry. That's not going to work. I hate to call it a little bit on the early side, but red team are a little bit doomed, right? They're doomed, guys. And also, blue team's really good. So, it's kind of like a 2-for-1 here, right? Like, I think Herald isn't very good. But I also think the blue team is also really good. And they have a triple cap. Wario 1v1 will just eventually resolve. Gauntlet into... Who is this? If we lose, it's lag 300. Good name. I like that. I mean, I think that's just, you know, getting the excuses out there early is very important. Especially if you play Warrior. Warrior is the ego 1v1 spec after all. But this game is also over. Wait, I mean, someone apparently told me that there was a bit of a crazy, like, double kill situation happening over here. Well, I mean, I guess maybe they did get 2 kills, but they also lost upper buff, and they're also double capped. I mean, to be fair, this is definitely a roster. I look at Damage, I see Zenvo. Damage and Zenvo haven't won monthly AT, but they're 100% at that caliber. Avancine actually is just one... Avancine is one of the players who, in my opinion, has just been very solid for a very long period of time, but maybe hasn't played on teams so much, right? So as in, like, you know, as, like, pugged the monthly, but not necessarily played on a team, like scrimming and stuff like that. Fallon is just, again, another one of those players who is just very, very robust, has been playing since the dawn of time, just a good player overall. This is a team that, you know, could potentially be a threat to the French here for sure, but... yeah, I mean, it's not really working out. Kintos, I think this is Kintos, I think, who is a world versus world player. Elementalist enjoyer, so no surprise he's having fun in PvP right now. So again, another, you know, solid player from a PvP perspective, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, not really quite going to be enough here. We do have some kills. And they are getting kills, which is, you know, you got to give them that. You got to give some fair play here to Red. They are actually securing kills pretty effectively. But unfortunately, they aren't able to really translate that. It's hard to do, right? It's very hard to do this, actually, is to convert into more momentum here because they're so fast. It's hard to, like, get more than one of them and lock them down, right? Because they're so mobile, they're so good at kiting that you can maybe pick 1 or 2 of them off, but they'll get back into the fight so quickly, and you'll have to chase them for such a long time that you're going to be wasting time on objectives, right? You won't be able to actually get any value out of killing one of them because they're so fast. And that's obviously a really big problem. Mobility in Guild Wars 2 has always been one of the defining factors of very powerful builds, and super speed is honestly, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. More kills coming through here. We have 3 now down, and yeah, this game really is over at this point. Anything close going on here? Any close games? Oh, not really, to me. I think this one's maybe the best we've got. Let's check it out. Let's check it out, guys. We have some teams here. Knox of the Tier 1. Monthly paid merch plug. Honestly, good call. Go to shop.hardstuck.gg and buy our merch today. Who are Wink's team roster? It's Draza, Esprit, Raikon, Zeolith. Who's the other one? Someone else. I'm not paying attention, guys. Yeah. Someone is playing. Kill. Ah, yes, of course. Kill is also there. He is in play. Blue team. Maybe recovering. Then again, maybe not. They're a player down. Could they maybe get... If they could get this kill, that's really nice. They have a double cap with Stillness currently. They get a kill. Tempest, I think, has the revive. Yeah, it's going for it. I think we'll land it. Yeah, does land it. So a very nice revival. However, they're going to actually lose control of middle, potentially. And they're actually really falling behind. Look at that scoreboard. Look at blue team catching up here. Contest comes through, but actually it is matched by blue team very nicely. And the Elementalist does end up falling. Skater Bob losing the 1v1-2. Has a lot of conditions. Might actually bleed out here. Ooh, 700 health. Ooh. Does die under the willow tree. Finds that kill. We have the Untamed, just, you know, just lurking around. Not really many good opportunities, though, for this Untamed to really get anything done, in my opinion. Ninot does die, which is not ideal, but we also do have the Chronomancer in play here, securing this kill now onto Vanak. Sorry, onto Cresso, actually. Stranger in a bit of trouble on the Daredevil. Oh, tries to hold on. Is able to hold on. Gets a dodge very soon. Oh, maybe a heal skill. The support from the Guardian is very nice, actually. Gets no-scoped, actually, but immediately rallies from the kill on the Elementalist. And Blue get themselves into the lead. Red team are wasting too much time here, actually. The kind of the rock-solid support coming through from the blue team is actually putting in some work here. And they actually managed to decisively win the fight, too. We have a relog coming through as well. Or maybe they got stuck or something like that. Or maybe they're just relogging to something else. I don't know. But either way, something has happened.
Just like that.
It has happened, guys. Blades forward meta straight into Fire Wizard meta. Yes, the Fire Wizard meta has arrived. And this is the future of Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is owned by ELE MAINS. Wait, can we get... Wait, do we have B Grouch enabled and BMC? I thought these two emotes are highly appropriate right now. We've got to get that going. We've got to get that spam going here, guys. Because that's what's going on here. Ah, yeah. We do have BMC, yes. Yeah. Wait, what's going on in the NA monthly 18? I actually want to go check it out. Like, what's that? What?
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
What's going on? If only I could watch both of them at the same time. If only. I wish I could. I wish I could do it. But unfortunately, I can't do it. Anyway, blue team actually have managed to come back, though. Well played to them, actually. Really cool, really cool. They're back in the mix. They're back in business. They're back ready to go. Here they are. You love to see it. And would you look at this? Blue team are going to win. They have the double gap. Yeah, red team just committed way too much to this team fight. And honestly, this is a map where you can throw like that very easily. Temple is super scary because it's very hard to rotate away because it's a big map, right? So it takes a while. If you commit and you make a mistake, your opponent's going to get so many points, right? Off that. So many points. And that's exactly what's happened here, of course. Blue team massively capitalizing, now securing that buff. And a really good fight by them, and unfortunately a bit of a throw by the red team, just massively committing to that team fight and getting punished for it mercilessly with that stillness combined with the double cap and now into the triple cap to end the game. So yeah, well played there. I think skilled play here by blue team, understanding the state of the map and what they need to do, and they just executed it and away they went. They secure the win. I think that might be the end of the round, or close to. Maybe this one's still going, actually. Sneb commentating a game with 7 LEs, 3 warriors. Let's actually take a look at that. So what have we got here? Ah, yes. Oh, wait, is this the... wait, this is Grimjack versus Naru, actually. That's a pretty big match, actually. What the hell? That's actually sick. Check that out. And NA playing it a little bit differently. You know, this is why I would love to see... oh, hang on, really close game here, but actually not close enough as red team are going to win here on EU. I would love to see French versus the winner of NA, or rather the winner of EU versus the winner of NA, because EU and NA definitely do have some different ways of approaching the game. And, you know, I almost have a bit of a suspicion, actually, that I wonder if the NA comp is better, actually. I think NA are maybe playing a little bit more seriously almost, whereas EU is almost like trolling. I'm pretty sure that the 5 Catalyst thing, it's definitely good, obviously. It's defeating very, very strong players, but I also can't help but think it's a bit of a meme at the same time, right? Okay, here we go. And actually, ooh, we have a big game here. It is Master of DV Universe, aka Avatar, going up against Help Me, I'm Hardstuck, one of the many Hardstuck teams that's also popped up right now, actually. They're about to fall, though. Global Legend goes down, say here. Blue team down a few players. However, Hintik gets this kill with the Hammer Catalyst. Oh, but the Untamed comes over the side. This is getting really crazy. Doesn't manage to get the decap. Blue team still with the side nodes. And actually, Joby downstate here as well. There's the storm onto Global Legend. Oh, so close to getting revived. They're going to end up losing that node, but they still actually may end up with one ticking away here. So I think blue should be able to bring this home. Red now do have that respawn, though. Garkos should be able to neutralize this node. Can blue find something? Yes, they can. Hintik actually carrying this game, gets another kill onto Blaze here. Picks off that, gets the, we're able to get the full cap here on middle. And I think that should be good enough. Another Catalyst over here. Actually, not a, it's a Weaver. It's a Duelist Weaver into the Harbinger. Should be more than happy to actually hold this 1v1 and probably eventually grind this Harbinger down and win the node. Gets the CC, and that might be the kill, actually. Ooh, the stun break comes through just barely for the Harbinger. Gets the Elite down, but oh no, here we go. Here comes another one. A Catalyst arrives, and that will probably shatter the hopes and dreams of this Necromancer from ever being useful in this game. That's the end of that. Kill secured, and blue team is pretty much unlosable. Maybe if they somehow threw the bottom buff, they could lose this game, but other than that, I don't see it happening. Master of the Universe just desperately trying to deal with this Dragon Hunter, but it's not gonna happen, I'm afraid. It is not gonna go anywhere. This is a victory for the blue team. Master of the Universe gets that kill, and even the stomp, but the game is over. It can't be won. There it is. Boom. Congratulations to Help Me, I'm Hardstuck. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Yeah, it looks like there's actually a really exciting match over on NA. This is why I want to watch both of them. And actually, that's the end. That is the end. Oh, and actually, Help Me, Bro, I'm Hardstuck. They go through to the top 8. Very impressive. However, they do go through as the bottom seed, so they are going to face the top seed, which, yeah, you guessed it. It is, of course, the French roster Winx Only Club. It's going to be brutal. Man, I actually might leech Sneb's content here, actually. Just to take a look at this match, because this is going to be a really spicy one. It's going to be really good. Demolish versus Wolf Spider, I think, could be fun. But let's quickly kind of keep an eye on this. And this is why I forgot to do it this time around. But what I might start doing is actually having someone record the NA monthly for me. And then I'll actually cast both of them, probably like 2 weeks apart. So basically I'd cast EU and NA like back to back almost, and then upload them on YouTube a little bit separated. So you know we can actually like really shine a light on NA PvP, because I know it's a bit of a meme, but I really believe there are some amazing players on NA who absolutely deserve a spotlight. And as you can see here, there are some really great matches. This is a great match here between these two teams. Like meta aside, memes aside, this is a great match. Between these two very strong rosters, both running mirror comps as well, which is obviously actually not quite mirror. It's actually double Spellbreaker, double Catalyst with a Tempest from Zeromus versus, I believe, a single Spellbreaker and triple. Is it triple Catalyst? Oh no, it's quadruple Catalyst. I can see it now, actually. But yeah, it looks like Team USA, I think that's, yeah, red team is Team USA. Looks like they are starting to get control. Yeah, they absolutely do. They're going to wipe this team fight and secure that bell. But it'll be fun. Maybe I'll actually be able to go to the finals here. Because I think this is probably still in Swiss. I think the NA one is maybe a little bit slower. But it'll be really fun. I think we're going to watch that. I'll try and go to NA to watch the NA finals as well. Because honestly, a rematch between those two teams could honestly be really, really cool. Yeah, maybe I'll hop on voice with Sneb at the end. Do some Sneb casting at the same time. So we'll go check that out in a moment. But anyway, here we go. I think this is probably going to be the spiciest game of our quarterfinals here. So just as a bit of an overview, I believe that Fly will win this and will go up against the winner of this matchup. I think it will be this K Trinada team is probably going to end up being the winner in this roster. And obviously, yeah, Winx Only Club, poor old Hardstuck, they're going to have a bit of a rough time there. They really, really are. But yeah, it should be a really fun finals, I think, on NA, actually. But, oh, we actually have a... Ooh, oh, no. Oh, no, is that a DC? That's very unfortunate. Coming through from red team is Condi Herod from Centipede. Of course, it's a relog, actually. Black Mage here on the Catalyst. Fortnite Enjoyer on Support Guardian. And Wolf Spider on Catalyst. Is it going to be another one? No, it's going to be... Ah, yes, it's going to be a Spellbreaker here from Not a Melanin. Okay, that makes sense. It's a very good pick. We'll now be going far. But, of course, that did mean that red team was heavily outnumbered for a quite disturbing amount of time. So that, of course, does give blue team a very big tempo advantage here. So that Warrior needs to pay off here. It's got to pay off big time. Let's see if it does. Let's see how this continues. Yeah, the problem here is that this support guard is very vulnerable now. Because of that win over here, the denial, or rather the push, the successful push from blue, is going to give them a huge tidal wave of energy to eliminate more players. And there we go. They actually do find that support guard. And this is a very snowbally map. And yeah, already we have the Warrior opening the gate. This is not necessarily for the Lord, by the way. It's actually probably primarily so players can't use this to get away. Right, so you can't kite through the gate. Because it's obviously a very powerful defensive tool if you happen to be in a 1v1 or you're getting +1 or something like that. Yeah, Black Mage getting chased down here. Ooh, gets knocked down. Obsidian is not going to come through in time, and Black Mage is going to die. And Demolish will, I think, let's go for this kill and probably open the gate or finish opening the gate very shortly. There we go. Blue team, yeah, red. This is a weird game to commentate, in my opinion, because I think Red just need to take a step back here. They've basically been on the back foot since day one. Yeah, they need to reset this. It's scary to do on a map like this because, again, they're behind, and it's obviously a very snowbally map. But I think the only way they can win, they have to concede a triple cap. They have to. Wolfspadder going for the relug. Oh, no. Ah, man, I don't want to mind read too much, but this is tilt. This is getting frustrated. This is getting flustered here, to be honest. That's what this looks like, guys. I hate to say it, but I think they're a bit stressed currently, and they're kind of memeing here a little bit. Another Spellbreaker comes in. They have to just give this up, though. They need to play safe. I like the Warrior here. Not a Melon is positioned on the waterfall. This is good, but they've been going in, like, piecemeal for a while now, and they've just been dying. They cannot do that. They can recover, of course. It's not unrecoverable. They're only 100 points behind, but they need to slow it down a little bit and play a bit safer, because they're just getting memed right now. And yeah, the PvP builds on Hardstuck are up to date. We got there. Big shout out to Engel, who's been blasting the PvP builds. Yeah, this is very problematic. But they've done it. They've actually regrouped. So let's see what they can do. Here we go. This is it. They've actually got all of their players. And the Herald's already in, though. Like, look at all the cooldowns the Herald's had to blow already. The Herald has already put in a lot of DPS, a lot of output here. In order to try, well, sorry, a lot of defensives to try and survive. So they're a little bit behind. Yeah, they're just behind in this fight again. They haven't got a clean reset. And there's, yeah, no portal. See, nowhere to kite, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That's why Demolish opened that. You can see Black Mage was looking for that portal. Can't get it. But hang on a minute. Blue team may be being a little bit over-aggressive. Yes, they absolutely are. Fallon does get bursted down during that counter pressure. And that's what I'm talking about. Red team do get a regroup. And they successfully get 1 kill, maybe 2 kills onto Dribblerkint. Is he out? He is out, actually. Obsidian is available. Doesn't actually need it. Just going to get some barrier up and then maybe try and be a little aggressive. Ooh, that's a bit painful. Gets the block. Yeah, nice use of the elite skill to block. Getting that arcane shield.
Did you see that?
There we go. And now we'll reinitiate. Oh, and Black Mage did die. Gets caught. And that's the problem with these catalysts, right? A very nice burst came through from Avancine. Very smart play there. Getting a very clean burst. And yeah, now the double catalyst is back. Red team gets some value out of this, though. They've got a warrior planted on each node. So even though they lose some of their players here, it's not an untenable position. Oh, this really doesn't want to die. And the Herald dying there definitely sucks. But I think that Cookie Slayer God X can maybe hold pretty okay. So it's not a no-hope situation, especially now with Black Mage going back onto middle here and going for this hold. Yeah, there it is. Actually gets the decap. Warrior does die, though, unfortunately. Too much pressure from the Chronomancer. Probably a juicy gravity well there. No, actually no gravel was used. Just a lot of just standard control effects and probably a big pull from the Holosmith. So node goes neutral again. But again, we can kind of see there's something going on there. There is something a little bit spicy. I think Red team can come back. They're not dead. They're definitely not dead just yet. I think they've recombobulated themselves. Avancine build. Yeah. This is the classic bog standard fresher catalyst build. You can actually see this on hardstuck.gg. In fact, all of the builds that are seeing play today, guys, you can see on hardstuck.gg. Wow. Check that out. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh, and here we go. Red team going to go for it. Dribblerkint in trouble. Might have to do a double Obsidian here. Let's see if he's going to go for it. No, actually, the support is good from the team. Some good blasting. Is in a bit of trouble. Pops it, and there we go. They actually managed to survive that and get the counter pressure onto the Mage. Fortnite Enjoyer. To be honest, I do think support is the problem here. I don't think the support guard is delivering value whatsoever. You know, and you can see that here. You can see the double catalyst is working out way better, right? In the team fight with a 0 support comp. Because it's just so much more damage, so much more counter pressure, and to be frank, a lot of sustain too. All of that AoE blind, extra healing, of course, coming through from the water dodges here in Evasive Arcana. There's a lot of support, a surprising amount of support. Lots of boon output, as you can see here. Elemental Attunement, also the spheres coming down. It's really, really useful. It's really helping the team survive in these fights. In a way, it is a little bit supporty. It's a very hybrid build. Can do a lot of different things, and I think it's really working out a lot better. Whereas, to be frank, you know, the support, they're playing perfectly fine. Obviously, they're not a bad player, but support simply is not delivering value in this matchup whatsoever. It's simply not going to cut it. It's simply not gonna cut it. And yeah, I think this was a surprisingly close game, actually. The score does not really describe the game here, in my opinion. There were some moments here where Red Team were really starting to get back out onto the map. They were winning some fights here and there, but Blue Team just very narrowly won a lot of these encounters and are controlling the map a bit better, and had a really good start as well, of course. The first kind of 3 minutes of the game were amazing for Blue, and Red Team, they're recovering a bit, but looks like it's not going to be enough. Yeah, lots of blast finishes too, those water blast finishes. And of course, Sector has loads of blasts as well, so a lot of just AoE healing being spammed out there in these fights. Yeah, Blue holding strong here. A bit of pressure here onto Dribblerkint. But no, turns it around, gets a kill on the Condi Herald. Found with the Slump has his block up too. That's nothing they can do about that. That's that. And yeah, Blue keeps securing kills. I think we're going to go take a look at some of the other games. Yeah, as expected, we did actually see Winx Club just go ahead and win. Let's see how Fly's doing. Ooh, spicy, actually. Ah, good game. So here we go. It's actually a very close one, 250 to 270. So let's check this out. Vanek here, obsidian away after Fat Milfy is back. the Untamed in a bit of trouble here. With this 1v1, Gornet 1v1. Is this actually a full mirror? No, it's not. This is actually the Hammer Warrior into the Condition Spellbreaker. Like Ooh, Vanek in a lot of trouble here. Can't survive. I don't think has an evade. Might be able to go for the self-res, but no, can't make it in time. Skater Bob going to die too. It's a really big win, actually, because not only are they going to get 2 kills, they're also going to decap into a full cap and plant their Warrior there. This is really nice for Gornet. He loves this. Because check this out. He gets to, well, look at 2 dead people, but also, now, people are going to have to deal with him. They have to push into him, rather than, they can just ignore him, right? So he's at their spawn, he's going to AFK no problem, and be able to hold these 1v1s on a node that is owned by him. So, really nice situation for the Blue Team to be in. Have they actually made a comeback here? Oh no, they actually threw, and now they're actually making a counter throw. Good. We'd love to see that, very exciting. So that means that Red Team are definitely not out of this whatsoever. Okay, let's see what Cress is doing. Ooh, yeah. Andreas is very nice on this Willbender, actually. Very, very skilled player on Willbender. I can see getting some value out of that, eliminating that cat. That's a big kill to find as well. A really nice kill. Especially seeing as that's on the far side of the map. So now Andreas can push into this fight, and there won't be any reinforcements for our Red Team for a long time. They do manage to get Capablanca. Do we see a revival? Precast, maybe? Ooh, no, the CC denies it. Very nice knockback. But hang on, we do have the hand res, actually. Moa, though, really, really nasty onto Fly. Ooh, Fly gets the... Oh, that lightning flash was massive! Res onto Capablanca? That would be so disgusting. No, that's not... Imagine if he got that. That would have been the most repulsive revive I have ever seen. But that's not going to happen. But does actually survive. Very nice kiting here by Fly. Surviving that is a really big boon for the team. Ooh, Andreas does get caught, though, as this fight did get messy here a little bit, and Red Team were definitely in the driving seat. Red Team getting that node, and now they're surging towards the middle. They've got the Elementalist coming in. Here's the Catalyst moving. Here we go. Yeah, and this is intelligent. They're going for the Willbender. This is the correct target, in my opinion. And they find it, maybe. There's going to have to be a renewed focus used here. Yep, there it is. Support from Fly is good, though. Yeah, but Andreas is really low on cooldowns. He can't really engage in this fight. This is really not good. Might go in a little bit, but no, yeah, the Catalyst. I like this chase. Very nice chase here. Gets the Earth Shield and then gets back in with Judges. Very nice uses of that aggressive port actually to disengage. Wow, that was fucking nice, dude. Holy shit. Very nice movement there from the Blue Team in general, from Andreas there. Very impressive. Great synergy there too. Of course, that was... So let's actually look at that sequence. That was Earth Shield dropped into Judge's intervention to port away. After an insane blink combo into water overload from Fly. Very nice gameplay from Blue. That was some very good decision-making and ability, and that's honestly carried them in this game. Well, I shouldn't say carried, right, because they carried themselves, right, but that's essentially won them the game, in my opinion. They were able to survive there. They keep the Tempest alive. They keep the Willbender alive, and, well, yeah, now they were able to basically not lose that fight. They turn it by eliminating this Catalyst as well. Vanek forced to disengage back through the portal, but yeah, Blue, all they've got to do is AFK on node. Nice 1v1 it, actually. We do see the Untamed get this kill, but actually it might be a little bit too slow, in fact, as nearly actually downstates to the Thief Poison auto attacks, but still, Only one node is really needed to win this game at this stage. It's just going to be middle, and I expect to see blue team simply bunker down a little bit. They actually do find a kill here too with Gornet getting that stop net onto Skater Bob. 5 points is incredibly important. Andreas surging towards middle, and even though they might not win this fight, because again, we already see Fly heavily pressured, it doesn't really matter that much. As again, the game is essentially going to end. Not even going to make the contest there. Nice attempt there by the Catalyst from the red team, but it's not going to be enough. We see blue start to crumble here in middle, but it doesn't matter as the game is over. The Worldbender? Yeah, this is the standard Worldbender build. Standard Worldbender build. You can see that also on hardstuck.gg, I think. I think you can anyway. Let's see if you can. You can. Oh, it's actually a little bit out of date. It needs to show Berserker Amulet. Dink donk. Get me my Berserker Amulet. But it's more or less that. GG. Good game. Let's see. So I think we're doing semis now. Yeah, we are. It's going to be the Winx Only Club. Winx Only Club. Versus... I mean, this is a good team, actually. I mean, yeah, it's a good team, but... Unfortunately, the meta is very distorted right now. Like, normally, I'd be like, okay, you know, I think this is a decent roster. They can maybe make something happen here. They absolutely can. They can do it. They can do it. But they can't. They can't do it, guys. Look at this comp. Yeah. Yeah, who's all the Kata XS players? It's Spree, we have Riken, we have Draza, we have Zealith, and Kill. Worms, Frenchies. Here they are, all dressed up as fairies. Wait, are their team colors? No, they're just blue, aren't they? Yeah, unfortunately, they're all different colors, I believe. I think Zealith is yellow, for example. He's the yellow fairy. But we can't actually see that correctly because it gets distorted by the PvP spectate. I guess we can watch, like, the start of this game before we go on to this one. This is a pretty fun one, actually. Dimanche versus Fly. That's going to be cool, for sure. That's going to be a cool game. But realistically, this is obviously going to be the team going to the finals, I think. Who, you can't, actually. It says that you can, but you can't.
Seize theirs.
Yeah. It's a lie. It doesn't actually turn off team colors. The big might stack. It's like, look. We're going back to dungeons, guys. Okay, it's like the old school days in PvE, lads. Bit of a might stack. 19 might. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. These guys would never be able to do a dungeon speedrun. Embarrassing. Oh, and this is smart by Red. They realize that the French want to go for this push, so they immediately intercept with the Thief. This is a smart play, and this might even lead to a kill onto Bloom. There are reinforcements coming now, and yeah, the double Obsidian really gnarly there as well. You can see here that resetting that Obsidian Flesh using Elemental Celerity, very powerful. Allowing, look at that invulnerability uptime, guys. That is so disgusting. Oh my god. And they win the 2v2 after that. Yeah. Yeah. See, do you know what I like about this, guys? Is that Red Team actually played intelligently and played smart and just got punished for it. That's so funny, right?
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
They actually made a pretty cool play and, like, metagame them, tried to predict what they were going to do, like, seeing the push come, and they actually got memed. Like, made an interesting and correct play, still lose, right? I like that. Ah. Flora is dead. Oh, no, but look at this. 2 more arrive. Oh, my God. The ELE can't even vapor form. There was too much damage. Oh, no. Oh. Alright, yeah, Red Team there. I mean, they're screwed. There's a new God Emperor in town, and it's Catalyst. Catalyst is the Emperor. Yeah. It's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate stuff.
Just like that, blue team takes a capture point.
Yeah, and that is worth noting. I'm not sure if the Frenchies would play this versus Team USA. I'm not sure if they would. It's hard to say. Maybe they'd try it, but I'd be super interested to see what USA versus Frenchies would look like, right? Because I think it would look a little bit different. You think they would? You think they would do it? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Let's get to the other game. Ooh, hang on. We actually have a big one here. A big opener for Team Blue with that double catalyst. Zenvo and Demolish. Like I said, guys, this is a very strong roster. We got some great players on this team. Same as Red here. I think this could I wouldn't write off Red here. I think this can definitely go either way. I am definitely not... Yeah. I think the problem here is that there are some classes that are maybe not that great on Red team here. Thief is nice on this map, but I don't really see Thief contributing that much, right? In this matchup, to be honest, in the way that the meta plays out currently. But we'll see. Maya's, of course, an excellent Thief player, so let's see what she can do. But yeah, double catalyst is nice, right? And I don't want to do the whole, like, 2 versus 1 meme, but in some sense, yes. There's just going to be so much team fight presence from Kint and Avancine that it's going to be super hard. And honestly, Andreas is going to have a bad time in this matchup. He's going to have a rough one. And Blue will identify this, and they'll focus him pretty hard here. But, like, of course, the Willbender can definitely kill the catalyst if it connects. But the thing is that this double catalyst is going to be so annoying for this Willbender to deal with. Bear in mind, guys, a Dragon's Tooth is going to be doing like 6 to 8k damage. Yeah, this Willbender has 13k health. It's going to be extremely difficult, I think. And we do see a connection, but Andreas has got to be so careful, right, of this double. Look at this. You got so careful. Very nice use of the Reversal of Fortune there to absorb the Dragon's Tooth. That is a useful tool in the arsenal. Of course, a reversal here. In the arsenal of the Willbender. Thief, honestly, Thief doing Thief things. That's nice. Getting the game back under control, forcing Zenvo to rotate here. I think we're going to see... I don't think Maya's going to take that 1v1. I doubt it anyway. Yeah, we'll simply rotate elsewhere. Could maybe be looking for a kill onto Kint here. Kint very low. Well, not low. I was thinking very low, but, well, I mean, he's got 8k health, I guess, but it's a little bit low. Here we go. Let's see if we could see a connection here.
Blue team
looks like the answer to that is, in fact, no. We can't. Another kill lined up there. One catalyst taken off the map. This is nice. And I think Red... I think they're doing what they need to do here. They're slowly establishing control here. And I do think this is the play. I do think this is pretty intelligent. They're not going to rush. They're not trying to greed. They know they have to be very careful into the enemy composition. Which have demolished 1v1 into Capablanca. This isn't great, by the way, because Spellbreaker actually is good into Catalyst here. Although, to be honest, it's still a little bit of a spooky matchup, of course, for the Warrior. Oh, that Dragon's Tooth, man. So disgusting. Of course, full counter is very easy to proc on this situation, but no. Oh, here comes the Willbender. And that should be a kill on Demolish. It is. Ooh, and off node as well. Very nice. That's a bleed. This might be what Red Team needs to start to get something done. That's a long bleed, too. Now, you know what really sucks? There's no Catalyst in the team fight now, though. Capablanca has to stay.
Did you see that?
To cap that node. And now he's not in this fight, which honestly is really bad because they're now down, well, there's 0 catalyst to 2 in this team fight. Well, you can see what happens when you have that, right? It does not work out very well whatsoever. And now the catalyst arrives, but everyone's already dead. And that is actually a bit of a problem here. They have Gauntlet to 1v1, but they don't really have the ability to... They don't really have the ability to have, like, a side noder on each node without kind of using the Catalyst to do that. And that's not where they want to be. You don't want to be in that situation. You want your Catalyst in these fights, roaming around, not necessarily being caught in 1v1s. I think that's kind of what went wrong there, unfortunately, for Red, is they just didn't have that team fight. And, yeah, they're getting snowballed a bit here. A massive push from the blue team comes through with all of the damage output. And this is now getting very spooky because, yeah, that's going to be a dead Willbender as well. Capablanca just respawns as this kill comes through. Oof. Yeah, things are going a bit pear-shaped here for Red. They're not out of it yet, though. Honestly, Thief is doing a decent job of keeping them in the game, to be frank, actually, as it is roaming around, decapping all the time. This is pretty nice, right? You know, that's workable. That's definitely a workable situation for this team. It absolutely is. It is, it is, it is. Okay. Now, Gauntlet just 1v1ing into Demolish. Found arrives to make sure this node is capped. Now, this is a pretty tanky build, so I think what we'll actually see, yeah, we'll see Demolish stand on the point until he caps it, while Fallon bullies the warrior off. Oh. Oh. Ah. Gauntlet is, he got pulled into this hedge here.
Blue team takes a capture point.
Well, I mean, yeah. So what I was expecting to happen was Gauntlet was going to kite around until the node was lost, then Fallon would rotate away, right? Fallon would rotate, leaving the 1v1, but this time it will be on the blue node in favor of Demolish, right? Now, of course, they actually got the kill instead, which is obviously better, but probably mostly happened because of being got into a hedge, you know, the hedge has happened. Bit unfortunate. Yeah, Gauntlet getting full blood out there as well. Definitely not ideal. Bit of a rough one there for the red team. They did manage to pick up a kill on Avenson. They have Zenvo as well. That's very nice, very nice, very nice. But now this team fight, they've got to win this. So Capablanca's in the team fight this time. Let's see what they can do. What can they make happen? Looks like they're going to try and focus down one of these catalysts. Yeah, Maya getting absolutely demolished by Demolish. And of course, Fallon and Kint as well. Ooh, big counter pressure there from Capablanca. Blue've got to be careful. They could be... Oh, that's a massive pull, actually. What a pull from Fly. And it kills Fallon. Very nice Shield 4. Huge. That could be a tempo swing. Let's see if they can make it. Warrior will be intercepted. Gauntlet already in position. They need more, though. They need more. They've got to get Avancine, at least. And ideally, Kint as well. Can they make it? Avancine very low. Willbender surges. There's the Obsidian. There's no Lightning Flash, I believe, for Avancine. That's it. Nothing else. Oh, no. Archie has the Elite into the double Obsidian. Oh. Avancine does die, though, in the end. Really nice swing here. Red are in business. Gauntlet will now begin this 1v1 into Demolish. There's a lot of Condi cleanse, though, on Demolish. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah, you can see Demolish is... Well, Demolish is a very good warrior player, so it looks like might be able to get the 1v1. Oof. No, Gauntlet gets the heal, but Demolish is not pressured at all here. This is a problem. Can't really interfere with this. Here comes the Willbender now to try and deal with Demolish. Let's see. Are they going to go for the kill here? I'm not totally sure if they are. Oh, it's going to be a 2v2. Kin dies here as well. Oh, Blue, got to be careful. Oh, no! Andreas +1s and gets immediately shut down. Oh, that's really bad. But hang on. Fly revives? Maybe? Are they going to get the cleave? No. Didn't have the signet, unfortunately, the glyph, rather. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, the fragility of that Willbender, the damage output coming through from the Warrior and the Hollow, just a little bit too much. That's actually very bad. That's going to have some long-standing consequences. Now, of course, we do actually have Zembo moving in very, very low. So if Gauntlet and Capablanca maybe get that kill, we could see a turn here. The Willbender is now back too. Maya searching for a decap, doesn't really want to 1v1 into the Catalyst. Of course, Zembo's going to die here, I think. There we go. There's the kill. Tempest holding firm. Yeah, red team, I think they know they've got to rotate here. They can maybe try and force the node here, but they can't stay here for too long. Could we see a kill onto Demolish? It's going to take a while, to be frank. It's going to be quite difficult to do. Zembo goes down. Capablanca goes for gets bonked by the Rampage of Demolish. Well, so they are going to try and at least force the node. Makes sense, and then just leave the 1v1. Just see how that goes. Of course, Demolish was doing a very good job. Again, so much condition cleanse coming through. That defense trait line here. Cleansing Aya, Omega cleanse. Eventually, Demolish does die. Gets caught by the Gale, I believe. Ooh, buffs. Andreas gets the shield buff. Are they making a bit of a cheeky comeback here? I think they are. Demolish is going to get bled big time, which is good. Could we see the Thief somehow manage to yoink this buff against Avancine? At least should be able to stall it, at least for a very long time. Or that Dragon's Tooth, though. Oh, ouchie. Avancine's going to try and channel that. Oh, yeah. No, the Thief can't hold this. It's too much. I think just has to concede, right? It's going to stall for as long... Maya's going to stall for as long as she can. But eventually has to concede this, I think. There's no way. It's going to be too much. Yeah, gets the sword. And actually might die for that. Has a dodge roll for the Dragon's Tooth. There it is. Tries to get away. Kint is down again. So that's a full kill. There's the Thief Gravity Well. Doesn't actually land onto Zenvo. Zenvo was able to wriggle away. Oh, yeah, the sword buff will finish off my glyph maybe in time. No, the CC on the ELE actually denies the glyph. Very nice counterplay there. Elemental's average ELE trying to hold on. Oh, very nice and mobile to found. Nice! From Fly. Fly is playing out of his mind. Fly is unhinged right now. Off the chain on the Tempest. Might even convert another kill onto Zenvo too. Nothing left and no continuous, but no distortion. Does have the block and the heal skill. That might be good enough. But that Willbender is really going for it. But yeah, the Well of Precognition, I believe. Or rather, the Chaos Storm, actually, rather. Putting in a lot of work. Avancine dies. Ooh, blue team kind of feeding a little bit. There's a kill onto Zenvo. Hang on.
Did you see that?
This is very big. Red team with a double cap. They're going to slowly get back into the lead. If we could see Maya do something super sneaky and maybe push for a decap, this could get into a bad situation for the blue team. It's really heating up, though. Zenvo getting bled. Very nice here from Red. They're really playing the map here well, I think. Here we go. Zenvo falls. Let's see. Can Maya find some time to get there? Because that's undefended. Lion is undefended right now. They see if... Would be pretty greedy, I think, given that there's actually a double Catalyst fight going on, so maybe Maya doesn't actually have the time to go for that. But it would be huge. Yeah, Fal actually getting driven away, so that it would actually be defensible anyway at this point for blue. Ooh, and the double Catalyst. Here they come onto Gornet. I mean, Gornet has just got to run. I mean, there is Endure Pain, which is nice against the Catalyst Burst, of course. There it is, into the full counter, but is there any surviving this? Maybe with the Willbender coming in? Actually, we do have the Tempest too, actually, so never mind. Cancel that. I'm just blind. This is fine for Red. They're going to hold on. Pretty okay. Thief into Chronomancer or 1v1. Maya can hold that, but we'll need some assistance, I believe. Ooh, Andreas dies. Do we have the res available? We actually do. It lands. Very nice. There's the glyph. But look at that. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's just so disgusting. That's so much damage output coming through. The Willbender cannot contend with that by any stretch of the imagination. Now, can Gornet and Fly hold until Andreas respawns? That's actually a good question. We have the magnetic shield available, so Gornet can pick that up. There's the projectile block. Evasion being used. Lightning flashes away. Has Obsidian. I think they might just barely get away with this. Yeah, very good hold. That Rabbit Amulet, of course, the good defensive player. Can they turn it around now onto a kill onto Kint? Let's see if they can make that happen. The block has now been used. Zenvo actually in trouble. Maya winning this 1v1. Very nice. That'll be a huge win if that can happen, actually. Let's see if it does. 6 poison. That is going to happen. Very nice. Cabablanca now will be able to rotate in into that fight. Yeah, we'll have the Thief kind of deal with the Hollow, and then here we go. Here comes the do they get that revive? They do not, actually. Well, could there be some kind of weird rally here, I think? No, I don't think so. Oh, and actually, looks like they're not gonna go for this fight. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, no. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I think they maybe could have got away with that, but Maya dies on middle. Oh, no, is it really falling apart for Red Team just this late into the day? Gornet now in the downstate. Parasocial Kid and trying to hold on here. Can Cabablanca somehow save Maya? I don't think so. We'll have to 1v1 into the Hollow instead. Oh, needs to kill this. Needs to kill. Finds it. And can blind into the Stomp, I think. Gets it. Oh, this is really intense. Fly actually does manage to hold on there. It's still neutral. We'll have to yield this node, though. Cabablanca leaves, gets the hell out. Yeah, I think Maya wants to go for the big speed here, maybe. And try and decap. No, does kind of get inside. It is still going to go for it to draw some of these elementalists away, but ooh, no mobility right now. Actually, this is very scary for the Thief. I think blue
team takes
might get away with it. Yeah, Fallon's back already. He's here to defend. Blue team have the double cap. Oh, no. What a disaster for Red. The Cattle, after really fighting in this game, making a crazy comeback. It all falls apart at the last moment with this fight. They weren't able to quite hold on, quite win this final fight here on the Dragon. And blue team are going to the finals. Wow. What a game. They have the absolute joy, nay, the privilege of... Oh, my game crashed! Okay, like... Guild Wars 2 doesn't actually want me to watch what is about to happen, and therefore it crashed my game so I don't have to see it. But yeah, the double comeback, the comeback into the counter comeback, from the red team into the blue team. But there you go. Hang on! Wait, memes? Oh, hang on, we actually have the attempted counter meme, 5 Chronomancers. Let's see if it's going to be a Chrono coming out from Kintosh here. Here we go. Fallon on the Chronomancer ability. Rabid, there it is. All running slightly different variants by the looks of this. Oh, no, actually, these two are the same. We have more Phantasms here. Defender and Disenchanter. Demolish also on the Chronomancer as well. Kintosh maybe just making the build-up right now. Oh, the Mirage with no abilities, also with a dagger for a Virtuoso. We'll be quickly swapping over, I believe, onto the Chronomancer. There it is. The Chrono build has been enabled. It's 5 Chronos versus 5 Catalysts. Now, yeah. This is... Well, I don't know. Look, there's a lot of alacrity here. You can see there's a lot of alacrity uptime. It's popping off here. It really is. Yeah. Tell the NA boys to delay their match. I'm on my way. Don't accept the queue until the last minute. I mean, this is going to be a meme game, right? This is a meme game. It's not going to work. But you know what? I like that they're breaking out the content, right? They're here to create content for us. I wouldn't be surprised if they just all went close. You know, if they all go close here and just meme. This is the build. Here it is. That's Catalyst. This is Chrono. I mean, to be fair, this actually is a pretty good build. You know, this is underrated. Not a lot of people play it, but it actually is legit. It's fully legit, guys. It is, actually. Yeah, they actually are all going close. Okay, yeah. Because they want to get some points, right? They know the push is coming. But yeah, they actually, red team, blue team rather, the Worms, they actually abort the push because they, you know, they know that they can't, like, 1v5, right? But here we go.
Red team wins a capture point.
It begins.
Blue
It
team
begins.
grabbed a capture point.
The 5 chrono, oh yeah, this is going to be over. Now, bear in mind, this might be a bit scuffed because, of course, I think not everyone is like a chrono main. I think some of these players probably haven't played the build before. And yeah, you can kind of see where this one's going. Red team, of course, do get the cap because they had the epic, the epic 5 cap close, the classic Guild Wars 2, real Guild Wars 2 class there. My character model limit is getting screwed because there are so many clones, but don't worry, I'll fix that. And yeah, and this is where we're going. Bench got X with the relog, but the entire red team is dead. This, I'm actually very tempted to transfer now because this is over. You know, red team are just memeing around. They're just messing, right? Like, they know that realistically they're out-comped. They know they're out-comped here. The might stack is even happening so they can spawn camp as effectively as possible. Yeah, he's come back on the holo now as well. But it's not gonna do anything. This actually might be the first time I don't actually watch the finals. Because I think the NA one is actually going to be really cool. And realistically, is this interesting? No. The Frenchies are going to win, right? The Frenchies are going to win. I think we're going NA. I'm going to quickly transfer to NA, guys. Because realistically, this comp is not going to work. The French have a far superior composition. And yeah, this is GG. This is GG. Congratulations to the Frenchies. Yeah, I'm going to get dishonor for not watching, apparently. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to NA real quick. Oh, game, please. Hi. Yeah, we're going to go watch NA finals, guys, real quick. Should take just like a minute or two to transfer. Okay, so look at these comps here, guys. We have Red Team, CCOD, Jake, Jump God X, Ranark. I remember this guy. I think he used to play Rev, actually, on EU, if I'm not mistaken. We have Magic Man and Elemental Epitome, Grimjack, Quadruple Catalyst here on the red team. On the blue team, it's going to be Zeromus, Naru, Phoenix, Psychewolf, and Helio on the Spellbreaker. So double Spellbreaker, double Catalyst, and with that support, Tempest. So Tempest definitely going to be a solid option here, right? You know, you have the Stoneheart, so you can kind of go immune to a lot of the damage output. So unlike the Guardian, you can actually survive. However, not looking super hot, actually, for the red team so far. It was actually a pretty exciting match in Swiss. That's why I've actually come to NA to see the NA finals. So it was more. Ah, yeah, there we go. See, Engel there knows who everyone's account names are, but there we go. I mean, it's not looking great so far. And I think it will be super interesting, actually, to see how the 5 Catalysts would actually play out up against this composition. Because this is... I heard a lot of things prior to this monthly. I heard, oh yeah, it's going to be double Spellbreaker, double Catalyst Tempest, which is, of course, what Team USA is running here. I heard that it was going to be like 4 Catalysts, 1 Tempest. And then, of course, I eventually heard that, oh yeah, the French are going to be playing pentuple Catalysts, 5 Catalysts. So I'd actually be super interested on how this composition would actually play out, because I do have a slight inkling that the Frenchies were kind of memeing. They knew they could win, because here's the thing. the French are very experienced multi-classers, and this is a huge advantage in situations like this. Even if other teams mirrored them and played 3 to 4 catalysts, it wouldn't have mattered because they were too new. Their opponents would be too new to mirroring, right? Be too new to actually playing, essentially. And as a result of that, they would not be able to actually match their opponents in terms of skill, right? In terms of actual mechanics. So it didn't really matter what the French played. They were going to win pretty much no matter what, because they're simply the best team. But I wonder if they'd go for it, right? 5 ELE mains, you could challenge them. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, you could. But the thing is, it's quite hard to do that, right? Most rosters don't have the capacity to make that happen. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. This final is kind of letting me down here. Like, in Swiss, this game, this is a rematch, right? In Swiss, this is actually pretty solid in terms of the gameplay. But, yeah, not so much. In the finals, oh yeah, Stillness gets caught, and Zeromus is going to die here, which is nice, but the thing is, Red Team is so far behind here, right? They really, really are so far behind already, particularly with now a quadruple cap coming through from the Spellbreaker. Helio is going to be grabbing that, there it is, and that's going to be so many points. That's going to be so many points that I don't think there's much of a recovery option here. Well, that was slightly disappointing. Yeah, another kill here, gets secured there on Ra. Spellbreaker is dead. Red Team trying to get a rebound kill onto Phoenix. Dragonsu does land, but it's not going to be good enough. The healing comes through. I think maybe it's going to be a kill. No dodge roll available. Maybe Obsidian is up now in Earth. Nope, it isn't, but actually, never mind. The Water Blasts are enough there combined with Zeromus' healing to actually keep this player over, and they're going to counter kill it. There it is. Jump God X and some person going down. The Vapors are not enough. Jump God X is dead. And, well, I mean, that's a little disappointing, isn't it? I was almost excited there. Well, I was excited. I was like, ooh, it was pretty intense in Swiss. I think it was a relatively close game. Of course, with Team USA winning, securing their top seed going into elimination. But regardless of that, a lot of... How many ELEs have we got? I believe we have 6 element... No, sorry, 7. Because, of course, we have the Tempest as well. So, 70% of the finals are Tempest. Of Elementalist. Right. That's it. So we actually have classic situation. 6 Catalysts, 1 Tempest, and then 3 Spellbreakers. You only need Warrior. Apparently you only need Warrior, guys. And Elementalist. That's how it is. Big shout out to EU, Demolish's team, for actually keeping it nice and 50-50. 50% Elementalist only, with 50% Elementalist, 50% Chronomancer. Very nice. But this is actually a complete stomp now, unfortunately. And the game is over. Bit unlucky, I guess, but yeah. I don't really have a lot of commentary for this one. I think actually, yo, Espiro, come back to EU. I gotta show off you guys' fashion, right? Because I couldn't show everyone the true level of your insane RP, actually, because I can't see the team colors, right? I can't see all the different colored fairies. So I'll come back to EU and we'll show that off for a bit of a final thing on the monthly, I guess. But yeah, might need a bit of a balance patch for this one. Some guys left. It's unfortunate. Well, we can imagine it, okay? We can imagine the Winx Club.
Tranquility has appeared.
Solo though with a tier 1, boom. Please. Okay, guys. Quick thing here for the chat. If you want to nerf Catalyst, please put CMCW in the chat. If you want to buff Catalyst, because actually, it's ridiculous that as ELE is the most skilled profession in the game, when played at high level, it should dominate entirely. Please put CMC Gar in the chat, or God Emperor in the chat. If you wish to buff Catalyst so that only Catalyst is viable at high level. Well, GG, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that is the end of that.